Welcome back. All right, so today we had the Arizona Coyotes here against the Carolina Hurricanes on a trick-or-treat day that almost turned out to be quite the ugly trick-or-treat day for the Carolina Hurricanes. And for a while here, I was pretty sure this was going to go against Carolina, which of course then would lead to the conversations about whether or not there's a curse related to the power rankings, because that's been there. But yeah, Vejmelka versus Anderson. Vejmelka's been fantastic. He really has. He's been a very good goaltender for Arizona. Early press by the Canes. A lot of pressure by the I can't overestimate just how much pressure the Canes applied at a lot of parts of this game. This was the ultimate trap game, right? Stahl had a rush chance that was saved. The shots are 3-1 for Carolina at 4 minutes. The fans want a call. The referee says no. I thought the refereeing was just fine. So then Fisher scores from Krause and Gostisbehere at 5:44. That makes it 1-0 in favor of Arizona. And the trap game is fully realized at that point. Some good hard-working forechecking by Arizona leads this. And this is the thing with the Coyotes. The talent, they don't have that top-end talent, those ultimate all-time great players, future Hall of Fame types. But they have a lot of hard workers, and there's a lot of blue-collar work going on for the Arizona Coyotes in these games. So Jarvis gets dumped at center. Fans wanted a call. Jarvis then had a shot on his next opportunity. That was saved. Canes get a power play. Near miss for Svechnikov. Lots of pressure. Remember, Carolina came into today with a very hot power play. Arizona with the worst penalty kill in the National Hockey League. And it gets a little bit better today. The overall number should get better. Are they over 50% on the penalty kill after today? Might be. Yeah, they were below 50% on their penalty kill. It was that bad. So the number 32 ranked penalty kill does kill it off, barely. Momentum to the Canes, but they're still behind. Coyotes get a power play. Krause was denied. Great penalty kill work by Teravainen. And honestly, if you just tuned in, you would think, well, wait a minute, it says Arizona has the power play, but it sure would appear that it's Carolina with the power play because they had it in the other end a lot. So the Coyotes had a 2-on-1. Louis Eriksson mishandles it. Canes then get a second power play. Svechnikov was robbed. Vejmelka working on the steal at this point. With 2:33 left, the Canes get their third power play. Trocheck to Teravainen, a near miss there. The Canes power play looked fantastic. No goal yet. So we come out of the first period, and Carolina is the better team. Take it from my eye test. And the Arizona Coyotes are ahead because it's a trap game. So the second period, early Canes chances still won't go. Post for Lawrence on a pass from Jarvis. Then we get 4-on-4 for hooking and embellishment. Again, sometimes with the embellishment, I know people think, well, you can embellish on a penalty. Yeah, but it should be one or the other. It really should. So that's a 4-on-4. Krause had a chance on a turnover that was stopped. Teravainen with a chance turned aside. And then the Coyotes get a 5-on-4 power play shortly thereafter. Canes get some prime chances while they're down a man. I don't know what to say. It's an excellent penalty kill by the Canes and a weak power play by Arizona put together. And this is kind of what you get. So that's killed off. No shots against. Necas with a rush chance. That saved. There's a press by the Coyotes at 8.5 minutes. Freddie Anderson makes the saves there. Arizona was hemmed in at the half. Near goal for the Canes with 8:30 left. I still don't know how that one didn't go in. Collision with Anderson. No call on that. Fans not happy. Kessel was then denied shortly thereafter. Trocheck tips one wide. The Canes press again. And Jarvis had a shot that somehow stayed out. I was like, oh, that's going in. Oh, Vejmelka stopped that. I don't know how he stopped that. So many Canes chances, and yeah, Vejmelka standing on his head until. And it was going to be a goal like this, right? You've got a goalie who's in the zone. If he can see it, he can stop it. Well, if it's a weird deflection, so Necas gets a goal from D'Angelo and Martinook at 17:57. And yeah, it was a deflected goal. If it had stayed on the trajectory of the shot, Vejmelka stops it, but it deflected and ends up in the net. And then in the last minute, we get chances for the Coyotes, who seem to understand that they had an opportunity to steal one in Carolina today. So third period, Canes get an early power play. Solid penalty kill kills that off. Roussel then had a break. Anderson denied him of the chance to it. So basically just waits him out. So Roussel and Eriksson, both of them getting some opportunities today, but they ultimately kind of fizzle out. Great looks for the Aho line. Vejmelka stops them all. Aho with a penalty. Coyotes go to the power play with a chance for the lead. But the Coyotes had a hard time setting that up. So those power plays, you need to be able to bury those chances, and they weren't able to do that. Hayden fires one high. The Canes kill it off, and it felt like we were maybe 11 minutes and 15 seconds from overtime at that stage. Kotkaniemi had an opportunity that was saved. There's a press by the Canes with 7.5 minutes left. Beagle ends up clearing it out. Lawrence had a chance that was caught. Svechnikov really snake bit today. No goals, no points for him. Same for Aho, but they had lots of opportunities. Just Vejmelka was fantastic. Coyotes pressure with 5.5 minutes left. This is where that trap game really shows up. Chychrun had a shot blocked by Fast. Teravainen then drew a power play with 2:44 left. And it's Chychrun that goes to the box. Teravainen gets around him, and it's a cross-checking call on Chychrun. And it's one of those ones that, yeah, the NHL's trying to get out of the game. And on that power play, the 5th power play of the game, Carolina finally gets that goal. It's Pesce from Necas and Jarvis. That is the first NHL point for Seth Jarvis in his first game in front of his family who flew in to see the game. That's at 17:33 of the third period. And yeah, Carolina goes up 2-1. So the Coyotes call a timeout with 1 minute and 35 seconds left. Also, they had the goaltender pulled with 1 minute and 35 seconds left. And Teravainen had an empty net opportunity that was blocked. So I think it was Chychrun that blocked that. But yeah, the Coyotes gave it a real fighting chance, but in the end, Carolina wins 2-1. They go to 8-0 on the season, which is leaving them as the only undefeated team. Arizona 0-8-1. A lot of fight in this, but again, Arizona, the hard work is there. The goaltending is definitely there. They just do not have the attack necessary in order to win these games. The shots, 13-8 Carolina in the first, 14-12 Carolina in the second, 12-3 Carolina in the third. So they really shut it down in the third period. Final shots, 39-23 in favor of the Canes. And this can be seen a couple of ways. Like, oh, they barely beat Arizona. Or they avoided that dreaded trap. They did get the win here. And now you move on to the next game, right? So the power plays, Arizona 0-for-3. Carolina 1-for-5. The hits were 28-13 for Arizona. Vejmelka saves 37 out of 39. He was fantastic. This is a deflection. There's no chance on that one. This, a nice power play blast by Pesce. No chance on that one. Anderson saves 22 out of 23. Quietly had a very good game. Not a lot of shots against from Arizona, but still, 22 saves on 23 shots is a pretty good game. Your 3 stars were Necas, Pesce, and Jarvis in this game. So Seth Jarvis with an assist, and he's the 3rd star. I'll give honorable mention to Vejmelka, who I think had a fantastic game. And yeah, so this is 8 wins to start the season for Carolina. So they're flirting with history here. The 2006-2007 Buffalo Sabres had 10 in a row to start the season. The Toronto Maple Leafs in 93-94 had 10 wins in a row to start the season. And 2015-2016 Montreal won 9 in a row to start the season. Interestingly enough, of course, none of those teams ended up winning the Stanley Cup. However, maybe Carolina will be one to change that storyline, right? But they were 2 wins away from tying an NHL record and 3 wins away from potentially setting a brand new one. Can Carolina do it? Well, we'll see. They have a date with Florida coming up not too far down the road, so that could be an amazing matchup. But Carolina survives the dreaded trap game here. And for Arizona, again, a lot of hard work. The effort's there. The heart is there. It's just that next level of talent. And Chychrun remains one of those players that does not, I'm pretty sure he still doesn't have a point yet this year. And so that's an issue. They have to be at least somewhat concerned. The winless, that's kind of okay. That's fine with the way they tore it down. But Chychrun, Keller, on some level, you want these guys to at least be producing. And we're not seeing that right now. So, yeah, we'll see if there's any other changes with the Coyotes or what they do or if they bother with anything, since clearly this season is about securing as many top draft picks as possible and saving some money, and then next year starting to build things up again, you would think, unless this is a multi-year plan. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through, you just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.